This is how the Holy Spirit enters your life. If you close your eyes and take a deep breath, if in the midst of your chaos you decide for a moment to silence the noise, perhaps you can feel it. It is a whisper, a light wind, a small flame that begins to burn within you. It is not a trick, it is not an illusion, it is the Holy Spirit knocking on the door of your soul, waiting for you to open it, to give him a crack, a moment, a crack in the middle of your worn-out life. But you know what? God does not force his way in. He does not knock down doors or burst into your life like a thief. He knocks. He knocks with love, with patience, with an insistence that does not push but does not give up either. Have you ever felt a void, an inexplicable being, a sensation that something is missing? You have tried to fill it with everything, with money, with people, with momentary pleasures, with distractions, with the forced smile when inside you are breaking down a broken bar, but the emptiness is still there, because the water you are looking for is not of this world. Jesus said it, "Whoever is thirsty, let him come to me and drink," John 7:37. And the Holy Spirit is that water that runs inside you when you decide to stop running away and start searching. Sometimes we believe that the Holy Spirit is a mystery reserved for the saints, for those who pray without ceasing, for those who never stumble, for those who have an unshakable faith. But that is a lie. He comes to the broken, to those who have failed 1,000 times, to those who carry scars in their soul, to those who have hit rock bottom and no longer have the strength to pretend. He does not look for the perfect, he looks for those who are willing. Have you seen how light enters a dark room when someone draws the curtains? This is how the Holy Spirit enters your life. It's not that darkness fights against the light, it's that the light simply enters and transforms everything. You don't need to understand everything, you don't need to have all the answers, you just need to open the window, even if it's just a little. A sincere God, I need you is worth more than 1,000 empty prayers. When the Holy Spirit enters, it's not always with fire and thunder. Sometimes it's like a relief in the chest, like a peace that has no explanation. Other times it's like an earthquake that shakes everything you took for granted, because he doesn't come to settle in your life like a discreet guest. He comes to transform, to light up what was off, to clean what was dirty, to raise up what was fallen. And yes, sometimes it hurts, like the gold that is purified in the fire, like the seed that breaks the earth to bear fruit. But in that process there is life, there is purpose, there is glory. The Holy Spirit is the wind that blows where it wants, John 3:8. You can't control him, you can't put him in a box of rules and rituals. He comes when you least expect it, in a moment of surrender, in a prayer in the middle of the night, in a verse that hits you like a bolt of lightning, in a song that touches the fibers of your soul. He is the voice that tells you get up when your flesh tells you give up. He is the force that pushes you when everything in you wants to stay on the ground. He is the comfort in the midst of mourning, the hope in the middle of the desert, the certainty that you are not alone, that you have never been alone. God did not promise you a life without storms, but he did promise that the Holy Spirit will be your refuge in them. Like the olive tree that, even when shaken by the winds, its root clings to the earth and continues to bear fruit. Like the burning bush, which burnt but was not consumed. This is the presence of God in you, fire that does not destroy but purifies, wind that does not ravage but guides, water that does not drown but quenches. Look around you. The world is hungry for something it cannot name. It seeks answers in the ephemeral, in the material, in that which does not last. You have the privilege of knowing the truth. The Holy Spirit is not an ancient story or a distant mystical force. It is the breath of God in you, it is the power that raised Jesus from the dead and that today wants to raise what is dead in you. Do not continue to ignore it. Do not drown out its voice with the noise of the superficial. Do not turn your back on it when it calls you by name. Do not believe the lie that you are not worthy, that it is too late, that there is no hope. God does not give up on you. So today, here and now, let it in. Let the Holy Spirit blow on the dry bones of your soul, let it light the flame of your faith, let it make rivers of living water spring up within you, let it shake you, let it renew you, let it set you free. And when you feel it, when its fire burns within you, when its peace embraces you like never before, you will understand that you will never be alone again. In every battle, in every fall, in every victory, His presence will be your life, your strength, your home. Because the Spirit of God is not a temporary visitor, He is the owner of your life. And when He enters, everything changes. When He enters, there is no turning back. Something inside you breaks, but it is not a break that destroys, but one that frees. It is like taking off rusty armor, like dropping a heavy mask that you have worn for too long. It is feeling that you are finally breathing fresh air after years of drowning in hopelessness.